Okay, so I just received my package from Tronical in Germany. I wanted to get some gforce style tuners for my Gibson Les Paul. One of the troubles I had was that the bridge and the hardware is this kind of gunmetal finish, so it's quite hard to find the tuners for it, but Tronical have just released a black chrome model, which I think will work quite well. This is what the tuners look like at the moment. The Grover kidney kind of style tuners. You can see on the back there, kind of aged, but some of the bits that aren't so aged, like that one, you can kind of tell it's a kind of gunmetal, kind of black chrome kind of finish, so hopefully it'll match quite well. Okay, I'm just going to open these up. I'm kind of filming with one hand, so it makes it a bit difficult. I just got a little cut in the plastic before I start filming, so I can kind of open it with one hand. So this box, I believe, is the electronic part. Quite clever, they kind of ship it in two boxes, so you have the colour tuners you want and the kind of the electronic part here. So this is a Type A for Gibson Les Paul. So you get some kind of manual there, reference guide on how to tune it. Little battery here, I can see poking out the box. That's the actual PCB main part there, and we've got here some tronical picks, charger lead, different kind of power ends for different countries and stuff in there. Just put that back. And this is the box. It should have the tuner. Nice kind of snake skin style box. Nice quality, well protected. To say these came from Germany. It took maybe like 4 days or so from when they sent it. But it was over a bank holiday. Okay, how do I open this? Well, it's like a fancy watch box. Let's see if I can open this one out. Oh, it's in there pretty tight. Pull that out. Probably looks silver on the camera, but they are kind of like a dark kind of gunmetal finish. In here you've got your nuts and bolts and parts that go on the end. I'm not sure what this part is here. I think maybe that's supposed to go on the end, maybe it's a spare. So let's see if I can take one of these out, they're pretty good. Let me just put it down so I can get that. Okay, so I managed to get one of them out. They're pretty tight. They're not going to rattle around or anything. Yeah, posting it to you. So I guess that bit here is, you unscrew that, put the string underneath it. I know some people prefer to remove these entirely from their Gibson guitars. The few experiences I've had with them have been really good. I recently bought a new 2016 Gibson SG, but had to send it back as it was really neck heavy and it had these on, and these worked really well. I like to kind of write songs quite a bit, so being able to quickly just go to a different tuning just to try something out is really good for me. But yeah, there we go. Tronical tuners, PCB, all this stuff here. I'll update it when it's all in. Okay, so I got the all of the Grover tuners out. No problem with that. Screws came out really nice and easy. Everything went fine. So on the back here, that's where you fit the electric part. So that will sit on there. Just line the holes up. Everything looks good. I'm not going to attempt to try and do this while I'm filming at the same time. That would just be silly. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I managed to get them all in. One thing I did notice is that the kind of thread on here where you start putting the nut on here was quite tight, to the point where it kind of felt like maybe it wasn't threading properly, but that's just actually how it is. I don't know if that was just, you know, how it's supposed to be or not, but a couple of tight turns and it starts to loosen up and it goes on there. One tip, if anyone else is going to be doing this in the future, is I'd say these little kind of caps here, unscrew these first, and then put your washer and your nut on top and then screw these back in, just because as you can just about kind of thread the nut over the top of one of these but if you mess up the threading in the inside of the nut, it's just not going to go on properly and you might break it. On the positive side though, you do get kind of like a spare one of each, just one of, you know, spare washer, spare nut and spare little cap on the end there. I quickly put the battery in just to make sure it was, you know, definitely working okay. I need to charge it while I'm stringing it up, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I managed to get them all installed. It worked really well. I was kind of surprised. The actually putting the strings on, this particular one, the low E, that was a bit hard to kind of wrap around and follow it the way it was. I kind of managed to kind of just about get it in there and squeeze it on with this. Those three are fine. That one was similar to that one, but not so bad, and you know, you can probably guess the rest. Looks great. You can see nice and dark. If I just get one of my Grover tuners to kind of compare next to it, you can see very, very good colour match. Obviously these are a bit more kind of aged. These might kind of start to take that after a while, but I'm not too worried. These are kind of lightly aged anyway, so and you can see this one's still kind of fairly shiny. But yeah, how it works. So got it here on the back, all looks nice. If I just press this and try and do this one hand again, turn it on, and I'm in E flat at the moment, so I'm just going to go across here to E, press enter. Just going to kind of do the rough guesses to start with, and if I just strum it. Just need the E. There we go, just needed to double check that. Not much of adjustment after that really. From what I hear, the more you play it, the quicker it gets. So it kind of gets used to it. The strings will stretch a little bit more. I stretch them, you know, a little bit afterwards, but you know, a couple of days and it should be okay. One thing I also noticed is, as I said, I had a 2016 Gibson SG which had the GForce tuning on. When you go on Tronical's website, you see that they've got this Tronical Plus. I just assumed it was exactly the same as Gibson used, but it's actually better. When I had the SG, it had 3 banks, 2 of which are kind of preset and then one of them spare. This looks like it's actually doubled that, so you got way more tunings than the previous model, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, that's about it. Pretty easy to install, looks great, works really well. Hope you enjoyed it.